Let me show you another way. Now, of course, learning should be fun when it can be, and here's a couple of examples of academic areas. It's a time-telling box. It's just something that I put together. I knew my son was working on time-telling skills at school, and so I wanted to just reinforce that, you know, at times with him. And it's not like we sit down and do flashcards together, although there are flashcards in here. It's not like, you know, I'm drilling him in academic skills. It's more like when I see the opportunity and he has an interest. For example, my son has a special interest in cuckoo clocks. He thinks they're wonderful. So I can use that to teach him about time, make up stories about cuckoo clocks or draw pictures of them, or we can go see them at the special store that happens to sell them. And then we can work on time in a number of ways, like there's, you know, you've seen these academic style learning clocks. There is a book about telling time in here. I think the book part is really important. I know for my son, if he can hold on to the narrative about a concept, whether it's telling time or manners or, you know, making a pizza like you've seen there or something, then he seems to get it a lot more readily. So the visuals, and I think the storyline is very important for him. And here's some little time-telling chips. There's, you know, there's magnets and all kinds of little doohickeys in here. So, you know, you see these things, right? You'll see these things at yard sales, or there'll be gifts maybe. And what you do is you basically just put them together and you put them in a little box. Here's a picture card. And I'll tell you more about these picture cards in a minute in case you don't have any of these. I think I've got another one back here. Oh yeah. Money skills. Money skills are hard these days. Have you noticed how hard it is to teach kids about money since they've changed the look of all the quarters and nickels and dimes? I think it's more difficult to teach them coin recognition. So again, I like to start with a book, and this one is one of the, which one is this guy? I know I've totally forgotten his name. It's Little Critter. That's who it is. Sorry. Little Critter, Just a Piggy Bank. This is a cute one. And it talks about saving money and the idea, you know, that money is used to buy things. It's a very important concept for children with autism to learn. In addition to, hopefully, you're taking him out in the community, in the grocery store, and letting him get change or do whatever he can to his ability. I take my son to 7-Eleven and let him buy a treat. And he helps to learn to handle money and interact with other people in money exchange situations. And he learns to recognize money and that things cost money. You know, that's important to learn too. So there's a little toy piggy bank in here. There's big money and little money. And, you know, there's just all kinds of things in here. There's some flashcards and, just calendar things. I don't know how the calendar things got in there. Anyway, it is a great way to keep you organized. And that's the money skills box that I wanted to show you. I think the pizza box is still my favorite, but I like the money skills box too. So basically, that's what you need to get started. Now, I was talking about visual helpers, and let me just show you a couple of examples. Now, these are picture cards. You're probably familiar with these, right? If you have a software called Board Maker, then you already know what I'm talking about. Or if your people, you know, your teachers use them at school, then you don't need to go and listen to this. But if you're not familiar with picture cards, then go to my website and you can print out your own. You can also go to 10snips.org, and that's where I get some of my picture cards. You just run them off on your computer, then you take them. You see how they're laminated? Take them to Staples. Staples does really great laminating, and it's very sturdy. You snip them up, and I'm telling you, these suckers are practically waterproof. They're very durable. You put Velcro on the back, you put the soft side here, and you put the hard side on your box. The part that's prickly, that's the part that goes on your box or your booklet or whatever you're doing. And I'm going to talk more about visual helpers later. So anyway, great to have, and will help you organize your toy things. Now you're saying, oh, that sounds great, but I don't have the materials to go into that box. Well, yeah, you do. You've got them around the house. You know, say you're going to do measuring, you can pull things out of your kitchen. Again, if you're going to flea markets or yard sales, just start to see these little things and you'll start to get ideas for putting it together. And I wanted to show you some resources for getting special needs kinds of toys and items, especially like the oral motor things, because those are hard to find for older children. And here's one. This is integrations. All this is online, but I would order these catalogs because they're fabulous. That's www.integrationscatalog.com. It's great. It's full of great tips too for sensory integration. Abilitations is the big catalog. It's the same company, but this is www.abilitations.com. whabilitations.com, and this has a lot of the big gross motor items as well. Wonderful resource. We'll give you some ideas too. And Super Duper Publications, it's a resource, I guess it's intended for speech therapists actually, but I've ordered things from there. You know, when you go into your speech therapy sessions, oh wait a minute, do you say you're not going into your speech therapy sessions? Well, hold the phone. Go into your speech therapy sessions, at least try and observe them in some way. That's how you learn to use this stuff. That's how I learned how to do it. And you'll learn a lot from your speech therapist if you're able to just sit there and quietly observe. So anyway, back to Super Duper. You know, I love them because they give you free shipping, and I think the prices are really reasonable. And again, this is a catalog that's full of tips. You go to superduperinc.com, that's INC.com, and they also have some printable information sheets that I think are really helpful and have helped me learn more about my son's autism. So that's it for organizational boxes. Again, you know, it just takes a little bit of effort, really. You can get these Sterilite. This is a box I got at the Container Store. It's very nice and sturdy. You want to get the Sterilite boxes? They're nice. They're stackable, and the cheapest price I've seen on these is Walmart. And you'll see a lot of speech therapists using these. So really nice containers. You can see what's in them, so it helps you organize your playroom. It helps you organize your play. And I guess what's most important is that when your child's ready to engage with you, you're ready to.